Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at York Hall. Josh Burnham joins me, 2 from 2, Slavisa debut win, a knee stoppage. Life's good?
Always good, man, always good.
I was waiting for a bit more than that, but I asked the question, so I'll start with Slav. I'll say, you said these small shows are knackering. It shows because you do look fucked. In the nicest way possible.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's tiring, man. You forget how tiring it is, and you've got to move your bag from here to there, and you can't stay in your changing room, and then you never know if someone's debut. Do you know what I mean? As well, I feel like I get more nervous when someone's having their debut than someone having their, fighting next world champion or something, because you never know if they're going to switch off when the lights come on. But yeah.
I was going to say, obviously, difference between Anis having done the sort of professional stuff before and Slav not. You've been in big fights with guys, and when you've got someone like Slav, do you have to sort of mentally prepare them in a much different way as well? Because, I don't know what he was like. He might have been nervous in the change room. He said he wasn't, but obviously you saw firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, Slav doesn't really come across as someone who's ever nervous. Even tonight, he's having a laugh in the back. We're not really talking about the fight right up until he's literally about to walk out. But yeah, it's just, each fight you've got to learn with the fighter. Obviously, I don't really know him in that respect. I know what he's like in the gym and sparring, but so it's always a good test in a debut. But I thought he done really well. He showed a lot of maturity. He got a last-minute change of opponent to a southpaw, which wasn't ideal, but he dealt with it well. So yeah, I'm proud of him. And Anis, I'm proud of Anis as well. As I said, each fight shows us something. We thought Anis's opponent was going to be a little bit more negative than he was. So, I wanted Anis to press it, but turns out he came out swinging for the first 20 seconds and then, had enough of the right hands.
With Slav, sometimes debuts can be quite boring because either you fight an opponent who's negative and you sort of see a shadow of the fighter, or the fighter freezes a little bit and they don't want to throw. But to be fair, entertainment-wise, I think that was a debut that people watching will go home and talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he showed a lot, to be honest. He listened to me in the corner. He used his jab well. He looks like he wasn't just... Obviously, Slav is an aggressive fighter, but I didn't want him to go out there and just have a brawl with a bloke. Blast him out in 30 seconds. I thought, as I said, he showed a lot of maturity, nice variation of punches and that. And he was quite disappointed afterwards with his performance, but I thought he looked like he was, kind of 3 or 4 fights in already. So, yeah, he done really well.
Can I give him a signature shot already? The old right uppercut. The geezer's head was getting rocked back. It was working, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautiful uppercut. I was trying to get him to throw more either side, but I guess when something works, don't change it. So I just kept throwing it. But Terrell was funny when they announced him as the Slovenian sledgehammer. Yeah, he turned around and was like, "What? That's not me." I was like, "Yeah, no, you'll be right. Don't worry about it. Let them call you whatever they want."
All that matters is the in-ring stuff anyway. And I'm sure now, like every fighter after their debut, he just wants to go again, and he probably will go again soon.
Yeah, we're looking to get him out again quite quick. Try and get him up to 3, 4, 5 and 0, and then we can start pushing on from there. Same with Anis, actually, to be fair. We're trying to push him on a little bit, yeah.
Obviously, he fought away in Croatia or Bulgaria. Serbia, yeah, not Croatia, but yeah, Serbia, one of them countries. Yeah, then fought again tonight. Like you said, his opponent came out swinging. I know he probably would have wanted an opponent that perhaps gave a little bit more than that, because it seemed like he just come out swinging, and then as soon as he knew what the right hand was about, he was a bit like, shit, basically.
Yeah, we had an opponent. I can't remember his name now. He was 1 win and 2 losses, but we knew he was going to come, and that's what we prepared for. So again, start of the week, both Slav and Anis's opponents were changed. Slav's one was slightly harder than the bloke we had, and Anis's one was slightly easier, it turns out. But listen, you just got to be what's in front of you. At the end of the day, they're fighters. You know what I mean? They're not there to complain, but they're just to get on with it. And to be fair, Slav, because he's fresh from the amateurs, he's used to that. He's used to that last-minute fights, used to the last-minute pull-outs and change of opponents. So, yeah, it's all right.
With Anis, I imagine back out as soon as again, basically the same as Slav. Yeah.
Absolutely, both of them. I think Slav's actually hurt his knuckle a little bit, but back in the gym from Monday, straight out again, try and get him out a couple more times for the end of the year, hopefully. And then I've got Jez Smith back out in a couple of weeks, and then a few other guys having a debut a few weeks after that. So busy times, man, busy times.
I did want to just quickly talk about Jez, because obviously tonight is Fight Camp 2. Yeah. And Jez is ringside here. Now, I was thinking a couple months ago that in at least one of the fight camps we would see the rematch. What has gone on there? Because realistically, a rematch was deserved, and now if he's out in a couple of weeks, it's not going to be a fight of the magnitude that he wants.
No, I mean, with Jez, I've learned that I've got to keep him in the gym, so I've got to keep fights booked in for him.
So you can't wait on any fight, basically.
Nah, so we had this fight booked in. Nice to get him a win, at least anyway. But at least then it keeps him in the gym, keeps him training towards something, keeps him sparring. And we just had the mindset that if something did come up on fight camp, then obviously we could jump on it or any other show. So never say never. Still 1 more week left. Still 1 more fight camp. You never know. But yeah. So just the main thing with Jez is keeping him in the gym. With Lejarraga, lemon cheesecake. We actually I started trolling him hard after the fight. I thought, fuck it, I want to get the rematch.
I did not see this. I wish I would have.
I was like on Instagram. I was like hammering him. I was like messaging him all the time. And then eventually he replies to me and he was like, look, man, please leave me alone. He was like, I'm fighting for the EU title. Yeah. He's like, if I win that and Jez is viable, I'll let him have a defence of it. So let's just see where that comes. I mean, what happens?
Well, at least you're not going to sort of turn your back on it. It's still there potentially, and obviously good fights being made at 154. And Liam Smith and Anthony Fowler, which seems to have not come out of nowhere, but I don't know, a bit of an unexpected announcement, I suppose.
Yeah, I love it. I really like that fight. I mean, obviously they had it planned before Fowler fought last week, but I think it's a great fight. There's loads of wicked fights at 154. So I just want to throw Jez in the middle of it. But yeah.
Well, I'm going to interview him in a second. I'm sure he's going to tell me the same. So I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. And yeah. Anyway, good night for the gym. And sweet, brother. Thank you.
Wicked. Cheers, my brother. Thank you.